Hello, hello, hello. Go live. Go live, go live. So here we'll invite Krista. We'll try to do something with this go live. We'll try to be two on it. So I'm just trying to see how it will work. First go live in English since a while. On va faire un go live en anglais, ça fait longtemps. So, yeah. Where is Costa? How I can bring it in? John King. Oh, yeah. How's going, John? Long time no see, brother. Oh, that's amazing. Just waiting for Costa to jump in. Oh, yeah. So, perfect. So, we will have it inside it. Just to tell you that how internet is powerful here. So, I am in Thailand. So, for those who don't know, I am in Thailand and Costa is in Ottawa. And we will be both here for you today. Just inviting him. Just waiting for. It's the first time I'm doing it, so just like we are live. So, so that's a try. That's all right. Oh yeah.
What's going on? Yeah. Can you hear me?
Amazing. It's working. Yeah, sure. Well, and so yeah, I was telling to people, yeah, how internet can be powerful. Like, I am in Thailand right now, and you are in Canada.
Mm-hmm. It's midnight here.
Together, Mastermind together. Oh, yeah, we will have a lot of doom. So, how's it going?
It's going very well. Still working away. That's the thing. Everyone is all over the world, you know. So I'm dealing with people in Ireland. I'm dealing with people all over the U.S., East Coast, West Coast. You know, you and I mastermind a lot, so we always got to find that special hour. You know, it's getting a little late for me right now, but
with jet lag, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing stuff.
Have to pop up. Hey, where are you from? Like, comment below. Where are you from? We want to talk with you. We want to see where you're from. Just let us know in the comment below.
Here?
Renee.
We got Renee.
Renee. Yeah, there's Mika
Carrie
there
B,
also.
Brittany.
Oh, there's
we got some good
Brittany
peeps
well.
on here.
That's awesome. Sabrina, hey. She's French speaking. Brock Mesta, there's a lot of people like right now.
Hey, we got Ray on here. That's the guy. He's the lead guy in my band.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's bringing people from my group of friends. It's bringing people from your group of friends. Both of our groups.
Yeah, both of our groups are there. Actually, that's just amazing. So where are you from, guys? Just let us know. Internet is powerful. When you start to build a business online, and when you start to use the potential of internet and the way to promote it, like, it's not a local market, it's really international. It's just amazing how far you can go, you know. There's no limit with an internet business. There's absolutely no limit. And it's crazy. It's like we are sitting side by side right now.
we are virtually. Fist bump. Hey. Fist bump. Fist bump.
What? Oh, okay. Oh no, this.
There you go.
Okay, so you there? I was thinking it was there, but you're there. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty powerful stuff with the amount of people you can reach these days with Facebook ads and basically look what we're doing right now. This is like an interview TV show right now. Like if you invited me out here, so I figured if you had some questions, something like that. But we essentially have our own television show right now. Like how powerful is that, right? It's really
Yeah,
amazing
exactly.
stuff. Now we just have to be interesting,
Now,
so people come to our television show.
but Facebook is improving like a lot. So the technology give us the possibility to do like a lot of things right now. Imagine it like 10 years ago, we just jump on Facebook. In 2007, I think I created my Facebook account. It's like 10 years ago. In
That's
10
when I started
years,
mine.
look how Facebook like come into our life. It's just crazy.
Has evolved. Yeah, it's insane. And now, like with Facebook advertising and the way you can advertise your own businesses online too, it's just super powerful. The amount of people you can reach, you can pinpoint your exact type of person that you want to advertise to, like to a T, like micro niche it. It's incredibly powerful what you can accomplish business wise with this kind of stuff these days too. We are the proof of it.
Yeah.
Like you're living in Thailand, I do a lot of traveling myself. I mean, I get away at least every month, jaunt around, jump around different places. You're from Montreal, so you know how cold it gets up here, right? You know how much snow happens in the winter time and all that. Oh, yeah. I dealt with that for years and years and years, and now I just get up and go in the winter time. I do all my business from a computer. So it's a very real possibility these days, and it's happening more and more with all sorts of people. It's getting easier and easier to do as well. I mean, there's always a learning curve with everything, but like even since last year, things have just like improved insanely. I'm getting this echo off my computer here. Hold on a second. So things have improved insanely just in the last year. Like you and I don't know when you started online. I started around January last year, 2016. That's when I started getting involved with online marketing and online businesses. And there was a learning curve, absolutely. I had to learn a few other, aspects in marketing as well, But what it essentially did was it made me start to discover all sorts of different avenues, things from psychology to like, marketing, ad copy, personal development, spirituality. I've formed a routine in my day. I started eating healthier. I mean, it just, for some reason, just all these things started to come together as soon as I started becoming, started to free myself up financially using the internet. I didn't have to, worry about, I ran my own business before this. And it essentially, I thought, I worked for people for years. I played music as well. But I thought, it would really free me up to start my own business. So another skill that I had was upholstery and refinishing and furniture building and cabinetry and stuff. So I started a business. 7 years I did this. And by the end of that venture, I had a very successful business. But I mean, I was stressed I was stressed. I was so stressed out. I had to deal with so much. I was working crazy hours, wearing a whole bunch of hats, dealing with employees, dealing with crazy overhead, crazy rents, all sorts of stuff.
You was not alone. You was not alone in your business. So you had people with you. You have employees.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I had 14 employees at one time. So I had to. Not only are you dealing with them, trying to support, 14 people who depend on you all the time. So there's just a lot of pressure from overhead. I had like the Ministry of Labor in there all the time, making sure all my safety practices were up to par. They're actually, I live in Ottawa, so all the main government buildings are here in Ottawa, right? So they were actually using my business because it was one of those businesses where you had like chemicals and we had like all the things that they look for in one business. So they were actually coming to my business like monthly almost with students. And I was just like, you guys got to leave me alone here, just like tons of stuff like that. So I was just so stressed out. I ended up selling the business, it was good. you know, I had a lot of really good contracts and stuff like that. So, you know, it was an okay thing. I ended up selling my house, and I just totally purged. I had so much pressure with everything. I just fully purged. And I went online. I saw
come online. If you are a local shop or a restaurant or something like that, the government decide when you can open your business, when you have to close your business. They decide when you open your business, when you can make money and when you cannot make money with your business, and you have to pay taxes for that.
Oh man, you got to pay rent. There's so much overhead. Literally, like 350 grand with all the machines by the end. When I calculate, and I not even like the amount of overhead that I had to put into that business to keep it afloat, the amount of stress that it brought on me, you know, running a business of that type, just everything compounded. Like I was actually getting unhealthy because of it, you know? So, you know, enter the online world. And, you know, I was no stranger to, you know, learning new things at that point, because, you know, when you run a business like that, you're constantly like, your head's in a book all the time, learning about all sorts of standards and practices and everything from just everything. So I was no stranger to learning new stuff. What's that?
Sorry? I just want to say hello to some people who are watching us.
Oh, yeah.
And they comment below. So just like Jason, love the like that you put a lot. Crystal is there. Jason live on the Costa Tremblay show. Usama was there. Danny, wahoo!
Danny Wahoo.
Danny Wahoo.
Wahoo!
Yeah. What platform
Jason's
are you using
here.
to split screen live streaming? Danny, we use just Facebook Messenger.
It's
not
Facebook
Facebook.
Go Lives.
The application on Facebook with an iPhone. Like my Android, I don't think so. I can do it on Android, but I can do it on my iPhone. Julia Mary Smith is there. Hey guys. Hey,
hi, Julia.
Valentin is there. Alexi, Kassar. Hey. Hello, Crystal. Wahoo.
Hey, Crystal. Hey, Alexis.
Yeah. So exactly. So when you just discover how the freedom is it to work online, you know, when you transfer the business that you had like offline and you just start a business online, you can compare like both, like all the difference that you have between like an offline and an online business, right? It's crazy how you get
my stress levels. Yeah, my stress levels are like, they've just totally dropped like insanely. That's the sound effect of my stress levels dropping. It's just I am so much happier these days, because when I was able to, you know, create my own schedule, I began putting a routine into my life, right? So I'd wake up in the morning and I'd have a routine every morning. Like I don't even look at my computer or my phone for like at least 4 hours until after I wake up, because I have a routine now.
But just a question. You had a business before. It was online, offline. Okay. So
I was on brick and mortar.
You open your shop. You open your online business. Okay. And you said that when you start your online business, you start to make a routine in your day and everything. Why? Why did you, like, who tell you this? Who guided you for this? Like, why did you start to get a routine and everything?
Because when I started online, I got involved with mentors, people who were teaching me how to, first of all, obviously I got in because, you know, I was interested in the freedom type lifestyle, working on a computer. But when I did that, I searched around and I found an awesome community, you know, and I got involved with them. And they didn't only teach, you know, how to work, like, you know, online, like doing sales funnels and all sorts of stuff like that, and how to market. They didn't only teach that. They also had like a strict type of reading regimen that they recommended. It wasn't strict, you know. They recommend stuff, you know. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink, you know. Well, I drank a lot, you know. And you know. Sorry?
Are you meaning that there are some people in the world that they got success already and they want to transfer it to you?
Yeah, mentors, people who have done what I wanted to learn, and they were successful in what they were doing, online marketing, and I went to them to learn that, right? Now, doing that, it freed up my time, obviously, to also create a routine, right? My routine before that was getting to the shop, unlocking it, I had to get there on time, make sure that employees all got in and got their day going, like I felt like more chained to it, more forced to, start my day doing business right off the bat, because you got to open the doors. It's a business, right? But with this, it's international. The times it's a 24/7 business. So you choose when you want to put your time into it, right? It's like it runs on automation, right? So
Yeah.
it's always running. So, you're just putting your time in when you want to, when you feel like it. Though obviously the more you do, the quicker results you get. But eventually, you build everything to a point where you can, be a lot more free in life and not have to, sorry?
So you discover some people who mentors you, okay? So they want to give you mentorship to bring you to success as well, like they did before you. So you cut the learning curve and you just like grew up faster, right? And
yeah, absolutely. And now I'm that guy. Now we're that guy, now we're the ones who offer that to other people. The most beautiful thing about it all was, I really discovered how to create a lot of happiness and a lot of stress-free type of lifestyle in my life. I can travel now. I play music as much as I want. I play in 2 bands, actually. One way more than the other. One's a little more side thing. But, I'm doing the things that I really love to do when I want to do them. And it's a pretty special thing. That's all I can say. That's not all I can say. I can say a lot more about it, actually.
So can you think that, do you think that you save money and time because of the mentorship that you got from the community that you jumped in?
Compared to my old business?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or if you, or compared if you did it alone?
If I did it alone, I would have spent a lot more money, that's for sure. I would have wasted a lot more money. That's the power of mentorship, right? When you take on somebody who they tell you how to avoid the pitfalls, that you are inevitably going to hit. And when you have people, they just give you the exact template and you just do what they do. And, as long as you do what that person does, your success is almost guaranteed, right? I mean, they know the path. They have the key.
If you cut
so.
Successful people, you have more chance to get the success as well. Sure. It's logical. So if you agree with this, like comment below, let us know where you're from. For you, let us know also if you look by before, or if you are involved already with an online business. We just want to talk with you and share our experience with this, how we build it, how we got success with this since a year. Like you are in since 1.5 years right now, and I am in since a year. So with 1.5 years and a year of experience, how fast we grow, it's because, like we was talking before, the mentorship that we got, the automation, the fact that our business worked 24 hours, seven days a week, so we can enjoy our time and get business is running for us while we are enjoy our time. It can be with our family, it can be to travel, it can be for do whatever we want whenever we want, right? That's why it's really powerful to start a business online. So we have some comment. Kamaya is there. Love you guys, love you. What's up, Kamaya?
Hey, Kamaya. Love you too, man.
Jason said, learn from mentors, not mistake. That's really important. Yeah. When you learn from mentors, they did the mistake before. They did the, when you start something, when you try something, you need to, I think so, you need to do some trials and error, it's just normal. It's a business, you need to learn. You have a learning curve. And when you can learn from people who did that before you, so you save all this time and you save all this money, so to grow your business, and you can increase your income and with a business online and get the freedom that you're looking for.
Most definitely.
So, Howard, so for those who are watching us right now, do you have any question about our business? Do you have, like, we want to interact with you. We want to know, learn more about you as well, because we have our experience. But if you can share, like, how people saw.
Carrie B asks, love to hear your tips and suggestions to grow with gazelle intensity. Chicago there. She's in Chicago.
Oh, she's in Chicago.
Tips. Well, that was a good tip right there. Get a mentor. Mentors are always valuable. You know, there are a lot of businesses out there that don't offer mentorship, or they say they do, and you don't receive what is, you know, told to you. You know, but more and more these days, the online business is becoming a real reality. You know, with all the tools that exist now, you know, even just last year, if you wanted to start your own sales funnel, you had to get ClickMagic, you had to get lead pages, you had to get Aweber, you had to get WebJam, all these components, and they were all like $600, $700 a piece. So just to do your own sales funnel, it was like really, really expensive. Now you have, you know, new technologies, ClickFunnels, you know, it's an all-in-one thing, you know. So at monthly, the reality is it's just getting more and more possible for everyday people to come in and learn the ropes a lot quicker. You know what I mean? I'm not really here to endorse anything, but I just threw out a whole bunch of I'm not really here to endorse anything, but I just threw out a whole bunch of name brands there, but that's not what I was intending to do. But there's a lot that's happening every day, and the online work from home, work from a laptop from anywhere in the world is becoming a real reality for everyday people. I mean, I had a Facebook account since 2007, but I really didn't, you know, it wasn't something that I used every day, you know, it wasn't something that I understood very well, you know, and then getting into these communities and getting into this business side of things, you know, it was pretty easy to learn. I mean, all these platforms, they're all meant for regular people to, you know, learn really easily. Facebook doesn't want to confuse you, you know, Google doesn't want to confuse you, you know, YouTube, they're not out to confuse us. They want us to use their platform, so they make them as user-friendly as possible. Not only that, they make it possible for you to run businesses from them as well and make money off of them. It's just, you know, in a day and age where automation is becoming, you know, a real, I'm talking like the brick and mortar stuff. You go to the grocery store, you go to like the hardware store, you go to fast food restaurants, some of the major fast food restaurants right now, and your order is being taken by a machine. You know, the jobs that everyone was able to get are going away. Warren Buffett just, you know, a couple months back sold all his shares in, I don't want to say any brand names, but some major stores.
You can
wall
say, you know,
wall stores.
When you are doing a show, if you name a brand, you need to name 2 other brands. And if you are okay. So maybe we said McDonald's, so we will talk about also Burger King and KFC. Okay, that's right.
And we'll say yeah, right. And the store that Warren Buffett was Walmart. He sold all his shares in Walmart, you know. So they went and bought airline. They invested all that money into airlines. I think it was like, I can't remember the number. It was a big number in the billions, obviously, for like all the shares that they sold. So even they're getting out of those games, you know, because they realize. I mean, look at the Amazon warehouse. Okay, you see how the delivery warehouses for Amazon are. Have you ever seen those videos? All the packages are being run across by robots on the floor, like little robots with wheels, and they put the pack on, and they go and they drop into a hole, and it's like, you know, it's like watching a futuristic kind of movie or something. It's really mind blowing. It's really cool stuff, but those were all jobs. Those were all jobs that people could get, you know, and now people can't get those jobs anymore. There's even steel factories in the States where there's like 12 people working the control room and everything else, you know, car manufacturing lines, you know, I mean, that stuff started back in the 90s, you know, where they started getting the robots in, putting the pieces together for cars. I mean, in Oshawa up here in Canada, you know, I had friends that lived in Oshawa, and throughout the 70s and 80s, their parents were like making really, really good money. They were part of unions and all that kind of stuff at the GM plants there. And, you know, I remember when those plants started laying people off and closing down and stuff, there was like, you know, some real design. I mean, look at, what's that movie from the 90s, Roger and Me, with Roger Moore, Michael Moore's first movie that he did, Roger and Me. It was all about the GM plants closing down in Detroit. I mean, look at Detroit now. If you go to Windsor right now and you look across the river, Detroit is like half dark, you know?
Yeah, I heard about
like
it.
People moved out of the city, you know, because half the city went away because everyone was there to work in the car factories. Anyway, it's getting more intense now, and the jobs that everyone was able to get in the past, they're just non-existent anymore, you know? So, you know, you're kind of forced to think outside the box. And I mean, this online stuff is not even outside the box anymore. It's not. This is like a lot of people are doing this and getting a lot of success in many different ways working online. So
the automation is everywhere. Okay, so like, did you watch the video with the robot inside of a McDonald's? Like, okay, you can order on a machine in most of the McDonald's now, but you can, like, there's a McDonald's right now. I'm not sure about this, but yeah, I saw robots doing your burger. It's like crazy. You don't need any human, and they are running a McDonald's with robots. So imagine the automation is now going everywhere. Why not using it for you? That's the question. If you use the automation for you, instead of being used by the automation or lose your job or be a victim of the automation, if you use it, you just like you move faster than the world, than the automation, and then you can survive. Crystal says, online is where it at. Yeah. Sorry?
Your Wi-Fi is yeah. Now we work online, and we are using automation to our advantage now, instead of having it work against us. You know, more and more people are going to be forced to you know, think outside the box. And I don't know, you know, this is, for me, this was a real no-brainer when I saw, you know, 24/7 freelance businesses. You know, there's always, you know, time and work you got to put into stuff, whatever you do. I mean, nothing comes without some type of adversity, you know. But it definitely, I'm at a point now, you know, just over a year later, where I'm actually, you know, really in a really good place. I can't explain it. It feels amazing not having to answer to anybody, not having, like, even like my own business. I had to answer to my employees. I was the boss, and I had to answer to employees. You know what I mean? I had to be there for them. I had to make sure they're getting their money every day. I had to be at a certain place. I had to open the doors. You know, now I don't have to be anywhere except right in front of my laptop. And if that's on a beach in Thailand, where you are, by the way, I'm coming to see you in August, because I can do that now.
I'm not on the beach, but but it's raining season, so like.
Oh yeah, okay. When is the rain?
Usually we have a beautiful afternoon, so that's better in the afternoon.
When does the rainy season end there?
Depending where you go. Southeast Asia, you know, the raining season is moving around, and so depending where you are, me here, it's going better after September. It's going better and better.
So maybe I should come after September.
I think it's better. September is
Yeah.
one of the worst months usually, but
I don't want to come in typhoon season, man. That's for sure.
what?
I don't want to come during typhoon season. That's for sure.
Typhoon, flood, not food.
No, typhoon, like hurricanes in Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
Typhoons.
No, we don't have. I don't think so. We have a hurricane here. Since I'm living here, I don't have. Steph is there. Happy birthday, Steph. It was yesterday.
Ah, happy birthday. So. That's right. Yeah. Happy birthday, Steph.
Crystal.
Yeah, Crystal's coming to Ottawa. But I might not be here when she comes.
What? Who? Oh, so
I'm in Ottawa. That's where I am. I live in Ottawa, right? And Crystal's coming here, and I'm probably not going to be here when she comes. So that's what she's talking about.
How are you?
When are you coming again, Crystal? I forgot. I'm still not sure if I'm going or not. So I might be here, which would be cool. Would be cool.
So if you're watching us, like, comment below. It's always a pleasure. I think Brittany is there also. I saw some love from Brittany. And so are you guys? So yeah, the
6th to the 13th.
6th to 13th, yeah.
I might actually not be going at that time. So maybe we will get to chill, hang out.
I'm doing a Montreal event on the 5th and the 6th of August.
Of August?
Yeah. Montreal event for people involved with the business and people who want to be involved in the business. Who are looking for to
That's
be
awesome.
Involved in the 6th will be the day for the people who want to be involved in the business, and the 5th of August will be for people already inside, already involved, already start their business, who will do some workshop all together to increase our result.
Where do you live, Steph? Does Steph live in Canada?
Steph wish I could go. Steph, yeah, she is in.
She's in Vancouver. Okay.
Oh, she's in Vancouver. But you will be in the event in Vancouver, Steph, right? At the mid of August. Oh, there are some like messages.
I won't be at the event this time. I will not make it this time, unfortunately. But I might be able to make it to Montreal if my trip gets delayed. So.
What?
I might be able to make it to Montreal if my trip gets delayed, though.
That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, that would be good.
That's gonna be really awesome.
So
thank you for
we have friends all over the world. Eh? Isn't it amazing? That's one of the other beautiful things. One of the other beautiful things about working online. I've made so many good, close friends that I work really close with. I got people in Europe. We got people in France, Britain, Ireland. We have people all over the United States, Puerto Rico. We have friends in Mexico. We have friends. You're in Thailand. You know, people in Hawaii, just all over the place, all over Canada. And we're close friends too, because we do masterminds and we work together online all the time. You know, yeah, serious perks, Crystal. Big time perks about being online. I
believe I spend more time with you online than with like a few friends that I had before. And
no, but yeah. It's also people, like-minded people too.
I saw just Jeff Laflamme just coming there. He is in Cambodia. So you see like how far you can go. Like Cambodia, Thailand. I got people in Portugal, in France, in Canada, in US, in Puerto Rico, just like all over the world. It's like it's crazy. It's crazy how internet it's going. And when you use automation, like Jeff is a master in automation. He showed me he talked to me about a lot of things already before. So he knows how to use automation online and with internet, and he knows how it's powerful automation online.
He works offline with people working online. That's good. That's all right. Yeah, I'm in a very, very, very happy place these days because of this technology, and you know, I highly recommend it to people who are tired of doing that regular thing, that old antiquated way of you know, living. It's I don't know, I'm starting to look at it like it's like modern day slavery pretty much, you know, after being online for a year. So
yeah, after I totally changed my life in a year. It's like I had a job before and my salary was $500 a month here. So imagine it, I had like about $6 to eat every day. It was like this. No more activities, no more travel, no more like, and I had to be at work at 9 a.m. in the morning, finish at 6, sometimes 7 the evening. It was crazy hours.
screw that.
Yeah, and so starting a business online is like getting the freedom that I needed to. That, you know, I moved to Southeast Asia to get this freedom, and I didn't have it at the beginning. It was difficult for me because I had to work, you know, because at the beginning you said like, okay, well, I will travel the world, and then you look at your bank account, and your bank account is like, so you
Yeah,
say,
right.
oh, I need to work. So you finally.
Yeah, I gotta do something.
Sorry.
It's like I gotta do something.
Yeah, you got to do something. But when I find this opportunity online to work online and to build a business online, it's just start to, and my focus started to be like at the beginning. Yes, I jumped in this for the money, of course. And after that, I realized how powerful it was, how much freedom I can get with this, and how many people I can help as well. And then when I start to plug my focus on helping people, holy.
You're right. That's actually one of my become one of my bigger exciting passions now. It's, you know, bringing people into this world and helping them and watching them have success. That has actually become like this amazing feeling that I'm almost addicted to now. I love it when I can see somebody else come in and it changes their life too. Like that, serving other people now, helping other people. That's man, that's the best feeling in the world. That's all I can say.
Yeah,
you know, and I've been on stage playing music in front of a lot of people. That was a good feeling too. But this is a better feeling. This is real service because you're changing people. You're not just making them happy for a couple hours, you know, you're making them happy for the rest of their friggin' lives, you know. So, yeah, it's pretty powerful stuff.
Like, yeah, you change the life of people. They start a business, then you see them growing. You can see their potential and their results like growing, and it's crazy how like the feeling inside is just amazing to see how like all of these people who get results with what we have in place and what we are using as well. We are not the creator of this. We use the same system. We use the same automation that we was talking about before. We use exactly the same process than what we coach people to use, you know? So people are reaching us because of this system. We are not running after anybody. We are like, people contact us to get plugged in this system, to get this freedom, to this time freedom and financial freedom that we have already.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. You don't have to bother anybody. You know, we just put our ads out and we attract the people who are ready for it. The people who, you know, are ready to get out of their comfort zone, ready to think outside the box, ready to, you know, learn something new, do something different, and, you know, change the way they live their lives, you know. I mean, it's not a very hard argument, you know. I think it's a lot of people think really skeptically about it, but, you know, it's with the technologies these days, it's really easy. It's a lot easier for people to, you know, figure out and get involved with. Like Crystal says, coming from a place of giving, you know. I started this business. I'm sure you did too. You said your bank account was dwindling, right? We started this business because, you know, this looks promising. Let's see if we can make money online, you know, and, you know, starts working out that way. But then it comes, it starts coming from a place of like not, like you're not just doing it for yourself. When you start to see like the results in other people, your whole heart changes, and you're like, oh my God, you know, like I can actually help people, and I can keep doing it. You know.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Barbara is there as well.
Hi, Barbara. Hey, James. James is a friend of mine, James Nicholson. I've been talking to him. I don't know if he's still on here. It's 4 people. People come on and off this thing, don't they? I've seen like 20 people come through this.
I'm not sure how the numbers we see there, I'm not sure how Facebook is counting it, because if you're just scrolling on your, like, I will try it. Like if I'm just scrolling and I on Facebook and I see our lives, it will increase the.
Oh yeah, I just went to 4. There it is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I see our lives there, yeah.
Can I invite people, or is it just you? I think it's just you, right? I can heart my own. I can heart and like my own. Go live. I'm just the guest. You're in control. You're the one that can only do all that stuff. I should share it. Invite friends. Oh, that's how you invite friends. I never do go lives, man.
You know, I have the go live on my phone. Here, I have the go live here.
Yeah.
But I'm not seeing me watching it.
Barbara says we've created such an inspired environment for our teams. That's another thing too. We pass down the inspiration. We pass down the personal development. You know, this is the one thing about once you start getting successful and you get the freedom at the same time, you have more time to, research and develop yourself. You have more time to like read a lot more books, to load your mind up with information that's going to excite you and inspire you. It's just the time freedom creates this insane capability for you to grow spiritually, mentally, academically, and you can learn the things you want to learn and do the things you want to do. Like you're just going through life a lot more happier. So, yeah, I don't know how many different ways I can say it.
No, but it's totally true. I
can say it a million different ways.
For the messages, I don't see all the messages. I was like, stop at the place. Jeff said, I work offline with people working online. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I said that one already.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I didn't see all of these comments. So
I've been repeating them.
Meet again, coming from a place of giving. Florian was there. We have created such an... Yeah, you talk about this. Eric is there. Nico, Mag. Mag is there.
Who?
Crazy. Magadi. Yeah. But just I wanted to try to share it on my page.
Yeah. I'm going to try to share mine on my page now. This is all new to us, so... Well, it's new to me anyway. What? All new to me. This is all new to me, this go-living. It's something I haven't really done a lot of. I don't know. I guess I'm going to have to start doing some go-lives now. Start dropping the value. Dropping the value out to the world. Stop talking about how great it is and actually talk about it. Oh, Crystal shared it. Thank you for sharing, Crystal. I can't see. You can probably see a lot more info than I can on this thing, Matt, since I'm just your guest. So do you have any more questions for your guest?
Yeah, it was like an interview. It's this why but we learn a lot of things in this go live, like how it's possible to build a business online, how it's powerful to get the freedom with a business online that you don't have in an offline business, how it's important to get mentors, how we can plug on a system with automation that can be work for us for 24 hours, 7 days a week, how it's important to change your mindset as well. You know, the mindset is something really important that you didn't have when you worked offline. That this change of like, you know, when you are an entrepreneur, you work now where you're not an entrepreneur. When you are an employee and you work an hour, you get paid an hour. But when you are an entrepreneur, you work an hour and you get paid for life. It's like totally different.
Create residual income that creates on its own, right? You're gaining time, and when you gain time, you gain, you know, the ability to do whatever you want, and you get a lot more stress off your life. So now you have the ability to make really good money, and you have the time to grow yourself spiritually, mentally. When you take that stress of commuting to a job every day, like the whole like time limit factor, you know, when you take that stress off your life, you get to kind of just live life in the moment, you know, and doing that is like super powerful because you grow spiritually, right? You grow.
Yeah, it's not just about technical stuff. It's not just about.
There's so much benefit. Like, it's insane. I'm not the same person I was a year and a half ago. You know, I knew a lot of this stuff, you know, I knew a lot of it, but I didn't ever have the chance to, you know, use the knowledge that I knew, you know, and now I can actually apply it. I can apply it to my life because I have the time to. I'm not rushed out the door in the morning to get in a car, to sit in a traffic jam, to get to a job, to spill my coffee on my lap, you know, to get you know, yelled at by my boss for being late, you know, and then start my day all stressful and go through the whole day stressful and then pass that stress on to other people. And it's like this disease, you know, but now I get up in the morning, I read, I meditate, you know, I eat my breakfast. Yeah, I work out, you know, maybe I go for a run, maybe I go for a walk, you know, then I go upstairs, I go to I come right here, I come into my office, you know, I do a few hours of work, put it into the business, close my computer, walk away, go do something else, read a little more, have a siesta in the middle of the afternoons in the noonday sun on my hammock, you know, because I was up till 2 in the morning talking to Matthew in Thailand. Yeah, no, it's just pretty amazing life. That's all I can say. And, you know, and as time goes on, you know, my income increases more and more, you know. It's going to get to a pretty amazing spot pretty soon. So, I mean, you're selling to, like, just on Facebook alone, there's 2 billion people on Facebook right now every day alone. 2 billion users, you know what I mean? I mean, do the math. It's pretty good.
Yeah, if you see how many people are on Facebook. Yeah, I spoke with someone yesterday and he told me, I don't want to go in a market where it's close to the saturation, you know?
Yeah.
And I said, man, we are talking about an online business. We are far away from saturation with online business. As an online business, you can reach, like you said, 2 billion people online every day.
Just on Facebook, there's 2 billion users, man. That's not we're not talking about YouTube, Twitter, Periscope. We're not talking about anything else, LinkedIn, nothing. We're just talking about just Facebook, 2 billion, you know?
Yeah. So. But like Bobby, okay, I see he is plugging. Congrats, Bobby, for your great achievement in your business. I saw a post from Rob. That's great. There's many like different system in the online world, and this is really great to get plugged with people who come from a serving place. You know, people come from long-term. People think with a long-term vision. Your goal is not to get rich in a month. It's to get a long-term life-changing. Your goal is like, when I talk to people and I said like, why do you want to be involved in an online business? Most of them talk to me about like first the money for sure, but most of them are sick and tired to be sick and tired, you know, to struggle every day to run paycheck to paycheck. And so when I ask them, do you want to be rich quick? Like most of them want it, but when I talk about like a long-term vision, a long-term change, not a not to make $1,000 in the first weeks and then nothing after, this is because of that many online business crush. It's because of the promise that you will be rich really quick and not thinking about the long-term change. So people quit their job and they have to go back to their job after that because they don't make money with a residual income. So when you can build something strong with a foundation that, not basement, but foundation, that can build your business and your life for long-term change, where you can be able to create a residual income that would come every month. Every month you're coming back. Like, you don't have to, you can stay on the beach, you can travel, you can stay with your kids, you can stay at home, you can do whatever you want because you build it. And it's like a plane, Yes, it's like a plane. When people ask me, oh, but how many hours I will have to put in it? I want to ask them, how many hours are you spending right now to be broke? Like, most of people are struggling and they ask me, okay, I have something that they can give them the time freedom and the financial freedom, and they want to know how many hours they will have to spend on it. Hey, how many hours are you spending to struggle? Like, just wake up.
Yeah. Wake up is the word.
You can earn more than $50,000, like $50,000 a month. It's possible.
50.
Sorry?
It's possible to earn more. There's people in the organizations that we're involved in that make a lot more than that per month. A lot more than that. I like what Barbara said. Barbara said, when you raise your energy and frequency, the universe starts to line up more and more abundance into your life. It's so true. Like what I was talking about earlier, my day's lackadaisical, I'm not stressing out about things. Once in a while, something, comes into play, but when it does, you handle it with grace because you're so chilled out all the time, because you're just, I do anyway. I don't know about other people, but I do. I handle it with grace because I'm very relaxed most of the time, just because of how every day goes. Everything's just my own regiment, my own schedule. I'm working at my own pace. I'm doing things on my own time, and you allow yourself the time to grow. And I say spiritually. You grow spiritually because when you do raise your energy to a happier, more relaxed place, and you're not, society really has a way of keeping you low, vibrating very, very low, keeping you depressed, keeping you tired, keeping you sore because you're running around, and then everyone starts bumping heads in the rat race, and next thing you know, you're on the freeway and you're getting out of your car and you're getting into an argument with some guy who just honked at you, because you had a stressful day at the office, and one thing leads to the next, and you start vibrating very low, but when you live this type of lifestyle, that goes away. It should go away anyway. I don't know. I'm sure there are a lot of parents in the online world who have a little bit of stress on that front, But if you don't have to run to a job every morning and you can work online, you handle your kids a lot better. Everybody benefits all around you, because you walk into a place and you're just as chill as a cucumber, and that rubs off on other people. There's an energy that comes out of all of us, the good, the bad, it resonates from us, and when you walk into a room and people are in a really bad mood and you're like, whoa, something's up with people in this room, you just feel it, right? It's like that. We all put off these energies and these vibrations, and I really believe if more people can get into the mindset, of more centered with their emotions, like I recognize the bad, but it doesn't bother me so much anymore because I don't have any hang-ups on anybody or anything, I'm emotionally centered, I see the good and I see the bad, and I choose to perceive it in a special way because I'm not dropped right into the middle of it like so many people in the rat race. So you really you give yourself the opportunity to pull up and out of that. And that's a real special place to be because as human beings, we're operating down here in society, and we need to be operating up here. And this is part of the equation. Like I said, society really pressures us with the bills and the taxes and everything and the mortgages, and there's these honeypots, you go through life and you're expected to reach these certain points, and there's always these goals, and you're never focusing on the moment, on the now, and when you can just live in the moment and the now, and you don't, and these major stresses that society has, concocted over the years and the centuries, it's starting to go away now. Technology is helping us in so many ways, and because of it, we get to look inside of ourselves and not be caught up with the mass mix of emotion that's going on in the world right now. It's a special place to be. That's all I got to say. And it's because of, working online with automation that it's become possible for me anyway.
Yeah.
I've known a lot of people that have come in and like you said, they think it's a get rich quick scheme, and there's nothing like that. It doesn't exist. We're not offering a get rich quick scheme. And if anyone comes in with that expectation, they're just don't come in, because it's not how it works. It's a steady growth, but you get to a point where, you can quit your shitty job. You get to that point, but it takes perseverance, and it takes willpower, and it takes sacrifice. There's sacrifice. There's seriously a sacrifice involved. Instead of coming home and putting your feet up and turning on this mind-melting television show, take that couple of hours at the end of the night and put them into an online business slowly. It's a compound effect. It starts to build, and it starts to build, and it starts to build, and it starts, 2 hours every night, every week. It builds and builds, and next thing you know, you're creating enough income to quit your job. And then it keeps building after that. Next thing you know, you're making more money than if you had 3 of those jobs. So, it takes perseverance, and it takes self-control, and, you just got to push through it, really.
We got some
it's
comments.
Not that hard.
Crystal, sorry. Crystal was saying that as it takes for the hours. Bobby says, I've been plugged in since March. The first thing that changed was my mindset, and literally the rest has followed. It's been a complete life change. Absolutely, Bobby. Aurelia was there.
Hi, Emmy.
Great goal line. Barbara says, Amy, we are also broken. We was. Appreciate you both so much.
Appreciate you too, Barb. You're awesome. Everyone who's out here, thank you so much for sticking on and watching. You guys are awesome. You guys have inspired me. That's for sure.
Crystal said, that's my next book, lol, The Compound Effect. That's a great book, Compound Effect. Really great book, because like when you do something, it's a compound effect. You watch TV every night, there's a compound effect as well. If you put the work on an online business, there's a compound effect. Decide every time you do something, there will be a compound effect. That will be a ripple effect. Like you have a vision, set your goals, okay, and use it as use your mind as a GPS. I'm always saying that. Like, your mind is a GPS, and it will guide you to your goals, to your vision. But you have to be clear on it, because if you put an address like, okay, I want to go to like Vancouver or Chicago, I want to go there, but okay, we'll guide you there, but you don't know like where to go, which home I need to go. There's not a finish point, So when you use a GPS, you need to enter the full address. So you need to be clear on your vision. Then after that, use your mind, and use the all the materials, all the stuff that you can use to guide you, the mentors, all the trainings, your mind to guide you to this final point. But if you don't accelerate, you will never go there. You can set up a GPS. Oh, sorry. it's freaking. You can set up a GPS. You can set up your final point, Yeah. No, there. You can set up your final point on a GPS. You can see how to go there because he will define you the road. He will define you the way to go there. But if you don't push the acceleration, you will never go there. So there's 3 full key. So set up your, like, get a clear vision to where you want to go, where you want to be in 3 years from now. Okay? Because we overestimate what we can do in a year from now, but we underestimate what we can do in 3 years. Okay? So set up a 3 years vision. Okay? Be clear on it. Then, one is done, use your mindset, use the automation, use every tools that you can use to define the road, to define where you will, how you will go there, and then push the acceleration. Third one, do it, just do it, take action. A first step, you know, first step and a second and a third and a fourth, like that, and you will go there, but you need to do something. Take action.
Action. Action is key. Action first. Action creates inspiration, and then you get motivation. That's the way I've seen it work. The more I sit around, I used to read all the books in the world, and, you know, like, read all the how-tos and figure it out, you know. But, you know, you can stand on the shore, you can watch everyone swim, you can get instructed on how to swim, you can show how all the strokes are done and everything. But if you don't get wet, if you don't jump in the water, you're never going to learn how to swim, you know. So action is key. Action is number one. Action creates everything else. It creates everything else. And that's the big problem. A lot of people just don't take action. They have a lot of great ideas, you know. Humans have a lot of potential. We do, you know. We're creators. We can make anything. You know, 300 years ago, if you had said that man would be in a machine flying in the air, you would have got looked at as like a weirdo, you know. But then the Wright brothers didn't believe that, you know. The Wright brothers busted their butts, and they did experiment after experiment, flight after flight after flight, crash, 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 crash. They almost died. But we're flying in the air now in giant metal tubes. What the hell? You know, we're in the chairs in the sky, and we can lean back and watch a movie and fly from New York to LA in 5 hours. It's pretty amazing, you know, what we can create. We can create anything in this world. And some of the advancements in science right now are really mind-blowing. Like, I can't believe what they're doing right now and what we're accomplishing. I mean, it's stuff of science fiction, you know. So, like, we can really create anything. And something like this that's already built for you, it's been created. It's sitting there waiting for you to use it, you know. Automation online, change your life.
I'm not sure about my battery. I think I will go off soon.
You know what? We're at an hour, exactly an hour right now. So, you know, we should probably jump off. Yeah. It's a show. There's your TV show for the night. Episode 1, the Costa Matthew Show.
We did the late show. So
turbocharge your life with Costa and Matthew. With Matthew and Costa.
So great, people. Thanks for watching us. Hope you get some value from this. Thank you so much. I hold my phone so I cannot do it, but yes, thank you so much for everyone who jumped in during this hour.
Love you too, Emmy.
Amy, Bobby. Yeah, so thank you so much, everyone. Love and appreciate every one of you.
See you, Bobby. Thank you.
Costa. Thank you, Costa, to be man.
Yeah,
my guest.
My pleasure.
My goal. I will be yours soon.
Yeah, I'll do the next one.
Cheers, everyone.
All right. Sawadee. Sawadee Kap.
Sawadee Kap.